Hey guys, how are you? This is Armando Cruz, and today's video I want to share some mobility and some foot and ankle work you can start doing so that if you're suffering from plantar fasciitis, this will be a great way to loosen up everything. See, what people don't know about plantar fasciitis is the fascia, or the tissue surrounding the bottom of your feet, right, starts getting tight. Primarily you see it a lot in runners or people that are on their feet often. It's usually attributed to too much too soon, so your foot doesn't have the time to adapt. So in other words, you increase your mileage too much, or you increase the pounding, so the surface got harder. Your shoes probably don't fit you the same way, or don't fit you well, so they don't support you. There are a lot of different factors that contribute to it. So what I want to do is share a few little things that you can start doing that will help your plantar fasciitis. Number one, you want to make sure that your foot is pliable. Your foot is not designed to be a brick. It should not be one solid unit. In fact, it needs to be able to, like a suspension system, be able to twist and turn and so forth. So first thing you're gonna do, let me slide back here, is grab the two ends, so where your pinky is and where your big toe, and you're gonna push in and out, twist in and out. What you should feel is some motion happening up in here. Up and down, up and down. You're doing this motion. You're grabbing with the ends and you're twisting forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. This is a great way to loosen up everything in there. Then you're gonna go each toe at a time that are next to each other. So you're gonna go the first two, up and down. Then you'll go the second two, up and down. The next two, up and down, and the last two, up and down. So all we're doing there is stretching out, loosening up all the joints. Then we're gonna take the whole forefoot, right? So you have the forefoot, the midfoot, and the hindfoot, right? So the forefoot, you're just gonna get it and you're gonna twist it out as much as you can. Just a nice little stretch. And then you're gonna do the opposite, twist it in as much as you can. Out and in. So now we're doing a twisting motion, so it's pivoting around this axis. So if there was an axis, a rod that was coming through here, you're twisting it around that and you're twisting it the other way. That's the stretch for it. And then the last and final one, which is not one that I see very often, but understand that if the ankle is not moving properly, it's gonna put a lot more stress here. So what you wanna do is take this part of your hand and you're gonna push it, you're gonna put it in an angle as if cutting 45 degrees on your heel. Imagine if you were gonna take a saw and do this. That's the angle of push that you're gonna be doing. So you're gonna grab this part and push into it. Now from here, what you want to do is keep the pressure going that way as you point your toe. You're gonna go forward and back, forward and back. Your arm doesn't go back, you keep the pressure, and what that's gonna do is start opening up the space around your ankles. So again, pushing in this direction, and then point and back, point and back. If you're doing that, as it starts getting looser, you may feel a distraction happening right here around your ankle. I want you to try that, do that. Think of it breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Every time you're gonna go eat, do that. Wash your hands after, and do that for about 2 weeks. See how that starts loosening it up. And the final little bit that I'll give you is when you sleep, very often we sleep like this. So all the covers push down on this. So think of all the tissues down here start getting tight or shortened while you're sleeping. So one thing you can do is there are some socks, I think it's called the Strasbourg sock or something like that, that pulls your foot back and it keeps this stretched. If you don't, first thing in the morning before you put your feet in the ground, do 50 where you pull your toe back and forward, back and forward. What that'll do is it'll stretch it out, warm it up, and you won't have as much pain first thing in the morning when you put your shoes on or when you start walking on the floor. So hope this has been helpful. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. This has been me, Armando. I'll catch you in the next video.